Hi, in order to access this property management system slash booking engine system, you need to register a property. So once you click here on property registration, it will bring you this form. Now, all the information you see here with a red asterisk are important, but if you're just testing it, if you just want to see if you like it or not, those information does not need to be accurate. However, if you are thinking to use it, then have the information correct. Also, all the information you add here, you can change later once you logged in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start filling it up to carry on with the video. So I've filled up everything, and I've used London to be the city. You understand why later. Um, I put the contact name to be user and the email for the user to be user as SOH. And I'm gonna keep the password USER, so user. So later you can access this. I use GBP and the pound sign for the currency, and here I have the time zone for London. This is important for the history of everything that is changed in the system and on the bookings. Okay, I'll explain a little later. So now just click on submit. It'll send you back to the login page. So user at soh.com and password user. Login. So this is a new property. Here you have the home, the name we give it a form. User. It tells you there's no cashier station open. And here are two preset rooms. Here's the pound sign that we set up before. So preset is a double private and a 6-bed mixed dorm. Now I'm going to explain a little what's going on here, everything you see. First thing, we start the first column, it's yesterday. Today is February 11th, and the system starts with the day before. We'll see a little later. I'm going to add some bookings and you see why this is important. I give you a range of 15 days as you start. If you want to have 60 days, it will give you 60 days starting from today or starting from yesterday. Or if you want to start in end of April or whenever, you can see what's going on in the future. All your bookings. 60 days start from June 14th. There's little tools here and here. This one is for the room information, so you can change things that are here. For example, the bed type, if it's a shared bathroom, if it's private, the room type, if it's male only, female only, temporary. This is something that will get your room offline right away. If you have any problems in the room, if you have leaking of some sort, or if you have problems with bed bug and you want to take the room offline so you don't get new bookings, just change to temporarily. Here the same. If you want to change the number of beds from 6 to 4, you will see it will change here the size. So this size represents the number of beds. You will see a little clearly when I add some bookings here. I'll go through the process with you. I just want to show you here, here on settings, there's a link for hostel. And this is home, edit, So here's all the information we added on the form. So the city, London, becomes part of this permanent URL here. I don't know if you see, automatically changed London. So if you want to have an online link, let's say you click home, and then you have this whole link. Usually I use for tests. I change the prices, I change the availability, and I go on this link and I do a test, and I see if the things that I've set are what the guests will see when they're making a booking. So this can be handy. So I just want to add this for now. There are other things here you can add, but for now, this is all you need. You can change out this too. I'll explain this a little later what it is. It's phone callers for the bookings. So there's a phone caller when the booking arrived and pay. There's a phone caller when it's arrived and not pay. We'll get to more details. So I'm just going to update this. So if you want to check it out, this link, sideofhostels.com/London/home, you will see what's in there. You can edit this page as well by clicking on a booking page. So right now there's nothing. So I'll get into more details. Let me go back to home. There's a few things here that I still want to show you. So let me go back to 6 beds. Private and share. This means that if it's share, it means that you're selling each bed individually. If you change to private, which is this green room here, you sell all the beds at once. So you cannot book separate beds. You booked all the beds of the hospital. All right. So submit here, and this will go back to 6. If you want to quickly edit the prices and availability, you can use this tool here. You will open 3 days before and 3 days after the day you click. So here you have February 10th. So 1, 2, 3 days. I click on the 13th, so there's 7 days here. This is good when changing the prices in the last minute. It's a quick way to do the prices and availability. Also, there are rules of minimum stay and maximum stay that you can add. If you want to play a little with it, this could be interesting. For example, if you have rooms that you want to rent just for minimum 1 night, then the price is a little higher. If you have rooms a minimum 3 nights, with the price a little cheaper, and so on. Basically, in order to have the rooms and the beds online, you just need 2 information, which is the base price and the online beds. Here it shows you how many beds this room has. It's a green room. Occupation is 0. Discount markup is 0. And the online price is 0. So for example, if I put the price here 10, the online price is 10. If I put the availability 1, then now this room should be online. I'll add a few others. 10 pounds. So the difference between private rooms and shared rooms is the online availability. If you put 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. It will be online. And when the person makes a booking, it will be for 2 beds. So prices are per person per night, and the online prices are per person per night. So if the room is private and it has 2 beds, it means that this would be charging 20 instead of 10. Everything is per person per night. So I add prices and availability for 12, 13, 14. I'll do the same for the other room. Let's see. I'll put a different price. I'll put 5. And now this is different than the private rooms, because you can have 6 beds, but you can decide not to rent all 6 in case you want to avoid some big groups. What I used to do in my hostel, I used to keep 2 or 3. If it's a 6-bed dorm, I'll keep 2. So only 2 beds would be available at a time. As people would make bookings, if get 2 bookings, it will maintain 2 beds online until the point it's running out. So when it's run out, then it's not available anymore. I want to show you the other. Let me open a new tab here, and I'm gonna go to site of hostos.com/London/home. Let's see if it works. Okay, so we have here, this is a way to know if it's working. It says home. Home is your hostel, so it should be working. So these are the dates that I set it online. So it doesn't show me any other option. So it should be possible to see both rooms available. So here it is. So this is your 6-bed dorm, and you only have 2 beds available. And this is your double private, and you also have 2 beds available. So if you book just one, it goes one to male female, while if you book just 1 bed here, nothing happens. It gives you only one option for the female, but it's not mandatory, so you can book separately. Now let me go back to here, and let's change this a little bit. Let's put 4 beds. So I go back to the testing page, and I give a little search again, a little reload. So now what do we have? We have 4 beds. So I think you got it, right? If you go back there, you want to change the room type. Let's see, I'll put, instead of 6 beds, I'll put 7 beds. And I go back here, change, search again. There we go, 7 beds, share bed, share dorm, bunk bed, male, female, with shared bathroom. All right. So I'll go back here, and I'm gonna end this because this is a little too long. I will be going through all this and all this in the other videos. I'm gonna start with this part because this is the things that you will use. Just you preset things here, and things will stay, and you're barely never gonna have to use this again, very rarely. Okay, so to the next video.